Well, spring has finally sprung, and that's obvious by all of the beautiful spring flowering bulbs and trees and shrubs. And we've collected some of those today, and we're going to show you how you can preserve that spring color by waxing flowers. And some of the examples or different types of flowers that you can use, we've got arranged here with some that we've already worked on. And we've got a nice little vase here that has some of the open flowers as well as some of the shrubs that has the buds that are just starting to open. And we've got some forsythia and daffodils, as you can see. We also have in the lower bowl more daffodils, but also hyacinths have made a nice example, and that's our purple flowers here. And then the one in the back is just the blossom of a saucer magnolia that we've waxed. And then back here we've got some more of the same, but we've added the ornamental Bradford pear, which has been waxed and makes a nice little display as well. And the waxing actually gives it a porcelain-like appearance and will help preserve those flowers for just about up to 2 weeks. And you can display them and arrange them without using water. So it's another nice little project that you can do to make arrangements in your home. Now, in addition to the flowers that you collect, you'll need a pound of paraffin wax and also some mineral oil. And the mineral oil is optional. It really gives it more of a glossy shine, but again, it's not needed. And you would mix in about 1/5 of a pint to a pound of wax. And then the next thing that you need is a double boiler. And with the double boiler, if you don't have one, you can actually makeshift one. And that's what we've done here by using a coffee can, where we've put our pound of wax in, we've melted it, and then it's sitting inside a container with water. And all we've done is just melted that wax in there and added a little bit of mineral oil. The other thing that you need, which is probably the most crucial of the whole project, is a candy thermometer. And the candy thermometer needs to be submerged in the wax. And for this to be successful, you need the temperature to be anywhere from 135 to 143 degrees Fahrenheit, and we'll tell you about that a little bit more. And lastly, you need a bowl of cold water, and that's to actually submerge your flowers in to help set the wax. Now let's demonstrate a few of these here to start with, and we've got a nice little daffodil bulb here, and we want it to be a little bit shorter, and when you submerge it in there, you want to do that gently because the leaves or the petals will actually fold up on you. So we're just going to submerge that in our wax. And again, we're going to do that gently. And we submerge it and we leave it long enough for the air bubbles to pretty much go out. And as you bring it up, again, you want to be careful and help, because it will set as you're bringing it over to the cold water. And then again, the angle that you put it in is real crucial, because if you smash it face down, those petals will fold up on you, and like we've got one here that has done that. So it's a real simple process. After you let it dry just a little bit, they're ready to arrange. Let's also show you what you can do with the Bradford pear. And of course, the more foliage and flowers you have on a stem, the deeper container you're going to need. And we've used up most of our wax, so we can't go too far down and cover our stems and our flowers, but we're shaking around a little bit to relieve some of those air bubbles, and then we'll quickly submerge it in our water, and that will set the wax. And the last one that we want to demonstrate is our hyacinth. And again, these are really beautiful flowers. Again, the amount depends on how many flowers we can submerge. And then we'll dip it into the cold water. Now let me show you some things that can happen if the temperature is not right. Again, the temperature, as a reminder, needs to be between 135 and 143 degrees Fahrenheit. If it is too hot, you will actually scorch the flowers, as you can see here, and it may not show up to start with, but the petals will start to turn brown. And we've got a jonquil or a daffodil as well as a forsythia that is turned brown on us. And again, you can see it on this pinkish color as well, where the flower has turned compared to this one where it looks normal. Now the other problem that can also occur is if you let the wax cool too much, when you submerge it and pull it out, it will actually look waxy, and you can get too much congregating or globbing up on the flower, and it doesn't look as natural or as porcelain as you would like for it to. So if it's too cool, you can have the effect of getting too much wax. And then here's a daffodil that we submerged, but it's still continuing to open up. So you've got to play and experiment a little bit, because sometimes the wax will crack and it will set differently. Now, of course, you want to experiment with different kinds of flowers. Probably by the time the show airs, some of these will already be through flowering, but then we'll have some of our summer flowering flowers as well. So just experiment. Colors have a lot to do with the tip burn, those kinds of things. But again, it's a great project. It makes a great conversation piece. And let me repeat basically what you need again, and that would be a pound of paraffin, a double boiler, mineral oil, a candy thermometer, container of cold water, and of course your fresh flowers. Now, if you'd like to get a more detailed recipe on how to do this, you can contact your county extension service, and again, they'll have the information on how to wax flowers. Well, we hope you've enjoyed the show today, and we also would like to invite you to come back and join us next week on Oklahoma Gardening.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. You can also find more recent videos on our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.